revenge.
Hello everyone and welcome to my
That
channel.
is what brings us here,
This is something I put together some tips
to the heart of our
about Star
enemy.
Wars that I would have liked to know when I was starting, so I'll do all the things I could
To
remember
the brink of war.
that could be useful to new players. So I'll start here with some basic stuff. The character window, you can see this green apply button over your head. That's actually for the look that is there right now if you want to apply it and your character will look like that. If you want to change it, you can click on the number 1 on the side here, and you can see I added 2 pieces, a chest piece and a pants, and the gear that give me stats actually are green and orange, but you can see in the background my character has this blue jacket and blue pants on. So you can see if you remove some of this equipment, it won't charge you anything, but if you put new stuff in, it will actually cost you credits. So if I take for example a helmet, put it on, it will cost me 600 credits. If I add for example another thing, a belt, it will add some cost to it. The cost actually scales with your level, so the higher level you are, the more it will cost you to do these changes to your character's appearance. So you can see here for your companion it's the same thing, it's just that he isn't affected by the stats of the equipment, so you're just doing this for looks. Just drag and drop whatever you want in it and you can see it doesn't cost a thing, so you can exchange these whenever you want to or how many times you want to. I'll show you something here. You can see down here that is a head. The hide head and the unified colors is actually subscription locked, so you have to have a subscription so you can do that. So I'll show you later a little trick for the head slot and for the Jedis that want to wear that hoodie. The other thing you have here is some basic options or overviews of your stats and stuff. You can see your defense, for example, you have your health, your armor rating, damage reduction, and so on. On the left side you have your damage output, so you can see when you upgrade your equipment how your damage grows. That's always nice to see. So you can see here in the top left corner, I posted something in the chat already. So when you control left click on it, you can see how it looks on your character. Whenever a player posts something in the chat, it's quite neat. I love that feature. You can see how your character would look in that piece of equipment, or even if it's a gun or a sword or something. You can see here I even posted from my right side where my missions are. You can post your mission, shift left click on it and it will post it in the chat. You will have to have your chat open, so have that in mind. And here on the top of the screen I will create a new tab. I like to do that, but you can see that yellow text that you have, you mostly get cluttered with some system information, damage, stuff like that. So I like to create a new window. What I usually like to call it is guild chat. You usually talk with your guild with it, so, and then you just go on the chat settings and you can actually just check or uncheck whatever you want to see in your chat window. These yellow boxes on the right side, so you can see there what info you want to show in your new chat window. What I usually like to uncheck is the combat info and the system feedback. That's the ones that actually clutter your chat with the system information and stuff like that. So I'll just uncheck those and leave all the other stuff on, because I like to see in that window when ops and group information comes out. It's useful stuff. But yeah, you can do like stuff that you would like. You can see this here is a new feature, the little fist. This is where your companions now are, and on the right side you have now this little drop down window where you can choose their role, healing, tank, or damage with this, which is quite neat. So you can have your favorite companion out and just have them be a healer or a tank or whatever you want. In the middle of the screen, that little yellow popping icon that you see, combat proficiency window, this will actually start glowing when you get to level 10, and now you don't have to see the trainer anymore. You can do this whenever you want to. As soon as you get to level 10 you can choose your role and depending on what character you chose or class, you will have different roles here. Mine can be a healer or a damage output, so I'm gonna choose a healer for this one. And I couldn't click the commit button. I was there lost for a second, then I saw I was queued for a PvP match, so I had to leave that, and now I can commit to it. And you get this screen open. You can see here the abilities that you will get and at what level and so on. And these little locked ones are the ones that will give you a point. And when you get the point, you can then add it on the right side. The first 3 points that you get, you will have to add in this first 2 rows, these first 8 that you have. As soon as you add 3 points, the middle one will open, and so on and so on, and then you can choose from there. You can always reset those. You can see that button on the bottom screen, so it's not something that you have to worry about. You can even try them all out and then just reset and just add the points again to something else if you want to, so it's quite useful. Okay, the next thing I'll show you about your quick bars. You can see down here this little lock. When you unlock it, you can move around your abilities, and when it's locked you can, so keep it locked when you're fighting. Just a little tip. You can throw out a lot of abilities in combat. Happened to me so many times when I don't lock it. And on the top of the screen you can see here I'm highlighting some stuff. There's all the options that you have in game, and it starts with your character window, for example, or your inventory and so on. And this is the abilities window. The thing here is I want to show you that the second one and the third one, it will have different names depending on the class you choose, but this is what's important. You'll have to check these and see if you have all your abilities in your quick bars. So you can just drag and drop it as you see, or drag it out and just throw it away if you don't like it, and then lock when you finish. On this little plus you see here the presets, and I'll choose the default one. This is how you start the game. So you can see you don't have many places for your abilities. Choose the advanced one, for example. This will serve you for quite some time until you get to higher levels, so it's quite useful. And here in the interface editor you can enter that, and then click on any of these windows that you see. Click on it and you will actually get here in the middle the options for it. You can then scale it, do whatever you want, and you can move these windows with the mouse. I'll show you in a second. You can see here you can even put them to be see-through or not, enable it. And then when you choose your quick bars, here I'll show you on this left one, you just click on it and then scroll down here, and you can then adjust the rows or whatever you want to do with it. What I like to do is make these squares and then put them like here next to my quick bars, but that's just a preference, so you can really do whatever you want with it. See, I clicked on the right one to make here 4 per row, and then just drag and drop wherever I want. You can see you can drag them, put them wherever you want. You can extend them and get another bar, like you have these two in the middle, and just put that wherever you want until you save it. It won't save it, yeah, so feel free to just play with it, and then when you finish, save it, give it a name, and you can see here I have 2 of them. And then when you choose it, it will automatically choose the setup you have, and this will work for any character that you make. So in the future, if you make a new character, just go on this little plus, choose the one setup that you made, and you'll get your and here a quick note, you can post even from your mission log. You can see here I open the chat and then just shift left click, post a mission that you want to call people to play with you or need help with, or whatever you want to do. So let me show you next how to bind some buttons. That's also useful stuff on your quick bar menu. So, and it's really not hard to do. You can see here I have my G button on this healing ability already bound. Just go to the preference menu. The first one here down here is the combat, the general one, sorry. And then the next one is key bindings, and here you can the first one is targeting. What I like to do here, for example, is put my Q button to target next friendly. You can see here I put the Q, especially when I'm a heal, you know, I want to be able to target my friendlies fast, so I put that there. And the next one is Quickbars, and here you have your main Quickbar. That's the first one down here that you have, and then when you scroll down you have here some options in between, but just scroll a little bit more and then you will see Quickbar number 2. That's the second one. And even if you have, like me now, I have actually 5 of them. You can see on the right of the screen there is a long one on the side. And if you're not sure which Quickbar that actually is, if it's number 3, 5 or whatever, just do a little button like I did here, L, to apply, and you will see that little L on the left side where my buff is. There it is. I didn't see it first, so I'll move it here one next to it, and there it is. You can see here a little L in that, and then you know that's the quick bar number 3, so you can always check which one it is so you can bind the buttons. Now I know which ability I'm gonna put next to the G1 in the second bar, so it's gonna be on my F key, and you see here it's quick bar number 6, and just to apply, and the little F shows up on that little field there, and it's quite neat. You can see I can press G now and it will activate my healing ability, so it's quite useful stuff. So the next thing I'll show you, it's the important stuff, the orange gear. Here on Coruscant, search for the social item spender. You can see on the left here, yeah, there it is. Social item spender. This goes for the Sith side also. When you are on Drummond cast, just search for the social item spender. That's the guy who will have that orange gear. You can buy this gear on the fleet too for the they're not called basic commendations anymore. They're now called the common data crystals. Almost clicked my mail there. I saw that I have mail. It's just a reflex. I wanted to see, and then I remembered you're recording. Get away from there. Alright, so buy this orange gear because you can exchange the mods in it, and that's quite useful when you're leveling up, especially now in the patch 4.0, because the leveling goes so fast now. And you can see here it costs only 300 credits, so you need about 2000 credits for all the pieces that you can buy here. This green piece that I'm wearing, when I click Control right click on it, it cannot be modified, and it says cannot be modified with these red letters. And when I click on my helmet that's orange, you can see these 3 slots that I have. And the last one is the dye slot, so that's just for the color, if you want to change the color of your helmet. So you can see here on the right in my inventory that shield couldn't be modified, the gun can be modified. So that's the stuff you have to look for, and just right click on these mods in it and you can take them out. It will cost you some credits when you take them out, but when you put them back in, it doesn't cost anything. Just do apply, and that's how you can exchange then the mods in your gear and just put them to level then which you are. Oh, a little note here, you can split your inventory stuff with shift right click on it. I didn't know that for a long time, like till I got to level 50 or something. So it can be useful to you if you need to split something. Just shift right click on it and you can split it. And let me show you now the vendor on the fleet. This is where you will upgrade your gear. So this goes for the Imperial side also. Just look for the supply section on the fleet, and you can see now there on the right side, bottom right, there's quite a few vendors. When I go over some of them, you can see this is level 60 and 56, I think these two, yeah, 56 and level 60. So it starts here, level 8, and then it goes on. These two guys on the left, the first one will sell you gear, the orange gear that we talked about. Oh no, sorry, this guy sells you these enhancements, mods, and armoring, so you can buy these for the common data crystals. And you can see here these barrel and the hilt. For the non-subscription players, it requires artifact authorization, and that actually sucks that they did that. I hate it that they actually did that, because this is green stuff and the artifact stuff is the purple gear. So I hated that they actually blocked this now for the non-subscription players. I am a preferred player, for example. I'm not free to play, but still I can't use these. So you can see now this guy sells the gear, and what I meant with Coruscant, for example, you can see here the common data crystals. If you buy all the gear from him, now when you're low level, you will use up all your data crystals and you won't have any left to upgrade your gear actually. So I like to buy the orange stuff from Coruscant and then buy the bracers and your belt. That's the two stuff you won't get from the guy on Coruscant. You can buy these here from this guy. And of course your weapon. If you don't have an orange weapon and your offhand weapon, you can buy it here too. Buy the orange one so you can upgrade it. And this is the little tip for the head slot, because you can see here, if you're not a subscriber, you cannot hide your head. This headpiece here, you can buy this one, and this is good because it will remove that clunky helmet that you hate if you have one and you hate it. You can put this one, and it also lets you wear that hoodie that Jedis or even Sith warriors or whatever get. And if you have a clunky helmet, it will remove that hoodie and you will look like crap. I hate that. So this is just a little tip so you can avoid that and look cool while you're questing. So here you can see, for some reason it kind of bugged, didn't show it right away. So you remove it, put it in your inventory, put it here, pay the 600 credits for it, and then put it back on your character so you get the stats too. And there it is.
Appreciate your business.
You'll get a little bit better look than some ugly helmet you have to wear. Yeah, that's just a small tip. So you can see here, right click on it, control right click on it if you want to modify the equipment by yourself. Better mods, enhancement, and so on. And let me show you real fast here on the GTN. Try to get familiar with the GTN. It's something that will be useful to you a lot, so try to learn it. You can see here I went to item modifications, hilts or barrels, and down here you can then choose the level you want. So I put 16. This one, always choose standard. If you put any in it, for some reason it bugs and it won't show you any result. At least it used to be like that. I don't know if they fixed that, so just have that in mind. And you can see here I went to prices up here, clicked it twice, so I get from cheapest till the most expensive ones, and then I can overview. I have too many, for example, and I just adjusted my search here from level 14 to level 16. And even though I chose barrel, for some reason I got all the hilts now too, so yeah, that's something that changed. Okay, and here on the second page I have my barrel, and you can see all these artifact ones. These are the ones that I cannot use because they require the artifact authorization, so always check the GTN. Even if it's a few levels above yours, for example, check it. If you see something that's cheap, buy it. You will get to that level and it will be useful, and you never know if you can find it when you get to that level, if there will be any, or maybe they will be too expensive or something. So just get to know the GTN. And until we get to the PvP area, the legacy window up here, when you open it, this is something that a lot of new players don't even bother with. It's got a lot of these small options. These are just little perks that you can actually buy with credits for your character. And global unlocks other. This is the other window where you have some useful perks. The other stuff here, don't bother with it now. It's really nothing useful for you at the moment. You can learn that later. Character perks, travel. This is something you should take notice of. You see here it requires legacy level 2, so you can't really use this with your first character and get you unless you get to level 30 or 40 at least with one character. But then you can unlock for 40,000 credits the pilot license, so you can use a speeder. You don't have to run around everywhere, so that's the neat thing about it, so keep that in mind. And you can see here I bought a credit case with my PvP commendations, so if you're missing some credits, you need a few. They actually nerfed this. Quite mean from them. You could get a little bit more credits from those earlier, like about 2000. Now they nerfed it. You can see up there in the left top corner 1100, or the one before that was about 900, I think. And here I have the weekly, the Warzone. These are the PvP. You need 5 matches. Well, a win counts as 2 matches, so if you get a win, you will automatically have 2 matches done. And this is the weekly. You have also the daily. The first time you pick that up, just keep that in mind. When you get to the fleet the first time, go to this PvP terminal, pick that mission up. It will give you some equipment when you do it the first time, so it will also require to do 2 matches. If your team wins, then that 1 match is sufficient. You don't have to do another. If it loses, just do another one, even if you don't do PvP. And I know a lot of people, especially on a PvE server, of course, they won't do a lot of PvP. Doesn't matter, just do those 2 matches. It will you can see here, this is the daily United We Stand, but I think the one that you pick up will actually have another name. The first one, like introduction something, you know, into Warzone. And it will give you rewards, earpiece and 2 implants. So that's quite neat, because you won't get those until level 25 or even 30 for all 3 of them. Depends. You can always search the GT and buy them there, but you will need credits for that. And if it's your first char, of course the credits, yeah, you won't have that much, and so on and so forth. So this is a really neat way to get those. It will be level 10, the ones you get, so you can get them really early on and have those. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions, tips, or something that you would like me to go over in Star Wars, just leave a comment. I will read all the comments. And have fun with the game. I love this MMO. Had a lot of fun with it, and I'll see you next time.
They thought they had banished us forever. But now, finally, we have returned.